The race for Attorney General has consisted of attacks on the campaign trail and in ads, a lawsuit, and the common theme of experience. Longtime Democratic lawmaker Greg Stumbo stands behind his 4 decades in Frankfort working with lawmakers on both sides of the aisle and in his previous work as Attorney General. Republican Daniel Cameron is a relative newcomer to Kentucky politics, but says that his experiences across the state and in Washington make him the best man for the job. We begin looking at the race for Attorney General with Daniel Cameron, followed by Greg Stumbo. Daniel Cameron's career in law was just beginning when in 2015 he was called to serve as legal counsel to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's office in Washington. During that time, he says that he helped confirm a U.S. Supreme Court justice candidate. Now back in Kentucky, Cameron is running for his dream job.
I wanted to continue to be a meaningful contributor around that conversation. For my judgment, the best place to do that is in the Attorney General's office.
During a recent debate on WLKY in Louisville, Cameron says that he has 3 priorities if elected: a cyber crimes unit to go after criminals frustrating economic development in the state, shifting the AG's office back to being chief law enforcement officer, and tackling the opioid epidemic. He says that his time working in Senator McConnell's office will prepare him to do just that.
But I want to take that experience of working with our federal partners in the law enforcement community and working with our state partners to really form synergies in our law enforcement community to make sure that we can get a handle on this drug epidemic over the next decade.
Cameron has 2 endorsements he considers key to Kentucky voters. One from President Donald Trump, the other from the Fraternal Order of Police in Kentucky, saying that shows his commitment to being the chief law enforcement officer of the state and an office that he hopes to hold over the course of this next decade. Former House Speaker Greg Stumbo represented Floyd County in the Capitol for decades. 3 years ago, his last re-election bid ended in defeat. Now he's looking for a return to Frankfort and to another position that he once held, Attorney General.
I've always felt like I've got unfinished business. I promised the people I'd do something about it.
It, in this case, refers to the opioid epidemic. Stumbo was AG from 2003 until 2007, when he chose not to seek a second term, instead pursuing the office of lieutenant governor. On WLKY last month, the longtime Democrat reiterated his commitment to helping the state battle drug companies in the courtroom.
I was the first Attorney General in the nation to sue a drug manufacturer. We sued Purdue Pharma.
Well, I've carried too many family members. I've sat too many nights at funeral homes with people in my community. I want them to have to pay and stand accountable for the crimes that they committed to the people across Kentucky.
Stumbo says his 40 years of trial experience are crucial for litigating these complex cases. He also wants to reconstitute the Kentucky Bureau of Investigations, all in an effort to stop drugs from claiming more victims in the bluegrass.